The art of communicating the feminine way. What feminine superpowers can a woman tap into that allows her to make the communication process more effective, that allows her to be open to receive what is even said, what is, beyond the words that are being said, even beyond the body language. And this isn't something that is a spiritual woo-woo or something that is romantic. This is something that science can prove, and I will share with you what science says about this art of communication. Does that mean that it is exclusive for women? No, men also communicate that way, but let's just not tell them. Let's keep that our little secret. I'm kidding, men do, it happens without conscious interference on our part. Like the brain does not take part at that level of communication. And I will share with you now how science, what science says about that, so you'll know that it's not an exclusively feminine thing, but what allows us to tap into that power is, our feminine essence, our feminine energy. And so, in terms of communication, first we communicate through the words that we're saying, and then the body language. But there's also a deeper level of communication that now science can even measure, and that is energetic communication. And this type of communication happens at the level of the energy, which is the electromagnetic field. And now I want to show you this photo of the electromagnetic field. So this person A, this is the electromagnetic field of person A, and this is the electromagnetic field of person B, and this where they intersect, this is where that communication happens. So our field, our electromagnetic field, it's there around our body. It's produced by the heartbeat, and it carries data about our mental and emotional state. So whatever we're experiencing on the inside affects our electromagnetic field. And when we are in proximity with others, there's an exchange of that data happening between our field and that of the other person. And so whenever we're really interacting with someone, we're not only receiving the words they're saying or the gestures like with their hands, or we're receiving their energy as well. And I know that every woman that's going to watch this live, and probably a lot of the men as well, have at some point experienced an interaction where they could sense the dissonance between what is being said and what they are able to receive at the level of their energy. And so I can share with you one example, something that happened with me. And I was meeting a friend, and when it was a while since I last seen that friend, and when we eventually met, we were going to hug each other, but it looked like a hug on the outside, and for the brain, everything qualifies as a hug, but energetically I felt as if someone is like pushing me away, as if my friend was pushing me away. And so this is the energetic communication that I received. It also happens in like text communication, right? When you're able to feel what is beyond the words that are being said. I know for me, I'm not that much, I'm not too much invested in like the type of words used, I'm more allowing myself to receive the energy behind those words. And this is not um, something that, some people appreciate, because, I can tell where they're coming from. And um, this happens when a woman is in tune with her energy, when she is in tune with her body. At that point, she allows herself to, come out of her head and ground herself into her body, which allows her to be open to her own electromagnetic field first, to receive this information that is being transferred through her field. And, she trusts that knowing, because she's able to receive some kind of information and knowledge that is not available for the brain. This type of knowledge does not go through the usual thought processes inside the critical mind. It is something that we receive, energetically, and it's a knowing. We know if someone is being authentic or not. And so this is why it's very important that a woman is in authenticity, she's in integrity, because anyone who is not at that place, anyone who, is not being a true reflection of their own truth, anyone who is not in integrity, is a vibrational mismatch for this woman. And so she's able to sense the incongruence, right? She's able to sense that something is just off. And this also, in a woman's relationships, it pushes people to either step up their game if they are not being authentic, if they're not being in integrity, either to step up their game and, start being the authentic people that are capable of, interacting with this woman at that level, at all of these levels, even energetically, in a way that does not trigger, that feeling of incongruence between what is being said and the energy transferred behind the words, or they just step out of the game altogether. And so I just have to take a sip, because it's a very sad thing to just watch a cup of coffee sitting there on its own. So again, it takes, this communication is always happening. It does not require permission from us. It does not take that we consciously contribute to that communication. That's not how it goes. We just need to be receptive. And this means, this is based on the fact that we need to come out of our heads and into our hearts, to be in alignment with our truth, to be connected to our bodies, to be open to what our own electromagnetic field wants to deliver to us in terms of, the quality of that communication, the quality of the energy that is being transmitted, and no one can manipulate that. You cannot manipulate your energy. You can manipulate your words. You can say something positive, or you can tell someone, I love you from now until forever, but if your energy does not reflect that, an intuitive woman is going to sense the mismatch between what is said and the energy exuded through this communication. The same goes for men, but maybe they're not as aware of it being, something that we receive through our body or through our energy as women are. But in our relationship with men, let's say we're trying to manipulate a man. Let's say we're trying to whatever it is that, we're trying to do that is not reflected in our actions. A man can sense that. He doesn't know how this information is being given to him, but yeah, ladies, like, don't count on your ability to manipulate a man, because at some point they're going to, you know, they can sense that. Um, and you can see that in how they, react to whatever that you're trying to say. And so, like I said, that communication is always happening, but it takes us to be more receptive, more open to receive that kind of knowledge that does not really conform to the usual thought processes that happen in the critical mind. And so this is one of our feminine superpowers. This is what allows us to get to the heart of the matter, because we are grounded in our own heart. And also, this does not mean that, if I know the energy behind somebody's words, then, this is a permission for me to just, treat them at that level. But, it is one way that allows me to know how I want to be in a certain relationship. It allows me to know the reality of the words being said, the reality of this person, what they have, what kind of feelings they have for me. And also, on the other hand, if, someone, this helps us, for example, when we are arguing with a partner, and they're saying something that they don't mean, and they're probably saying, let's say, I don't love you, but energetically you're able to receive the essence of that word, or not the word itself. You're able to receive what they are feeling, because your field and their field as well is holding on to the data that is a reflection of their emotional state and mental state. So you're able to receive that through your energy. And this is how communication becomes heart-based. When you are in tune with your heart, when you are in tune with your own energy, when you are aligned to that. And so it's, even when, it is at both extremes, even when, like, let's say something negative is being said, but energetically you're receiving something different, or it is positive that is being said and you're receiving the exact opposite. So it allows the communication to still be heart-based in both situations, at least when it comes to you as a powerful feminine. Because if that communication requires that you be compassionate with others, you always know that for me to be compassionate with others, that means that I have to be compassionate with myself as well. If that requires that I set a boundary, for example, you're going to set a boundary in the most compassionate way that exudes compassion to the other person, but to yourself as well. And also you can communicate in a very loving way towards yourself and others as well, no matter what the situation is. But every time your energy is telling you about the other person's energy, trust that, because science tells you about it. Science says this is where it is happening. Science is telling you this is a truth. It exists. Science is telling you that your electromagnetic field is able to sense into the emotional state of somebody else, because it is reflected in their own electromagnetic field, and both of your fields are communicating. And so, again, trust that superpower. And like I said, it's not exclusive for women, but let's just agree that we don't want to tell them. So if you want to learn more about your feminine superpowers and how you can allow these superpowers to express in really everything that you do in your work, in your relationships, and what it takes to heal from all of the programming that the culture and the society has been putting us under, that alienated us really from our feminine essence, that alienated us from our feminine superpowers, please don't hesitate to reach out. I'm going to leave the link to my scheduler in the caption, and you can, use that link to access my scheduler and book a free session where you and I can dive deeper into my coaching program that will help you have a better understanding of your superpowers as a feminine woman, and what does that mean, and how can I make good use of them in everything that I do, and most importantly, how to build your emotional resilience, which is also one of your superpowers, using science-based tools and techniques, and get to know more of the science behind that. Because just like I explained the science behind this energetic type of communication, it's my approach that I always share the science behind what I teach, because it allows you to better understand yourself, to better understand your reactions, better understand why you are being triggered in a certain situation, and this allows for more compassion towards yourself, because when you understand why you have reacted in a certain way in a certain situation, you're able to extend a lot of compassion towards yourself and to others as well. And so this is my approach, but it's not only about the dry science in the program. It's really a flavorful mix between science-based tools and feminine energy tools that are super juicy and fun. And it's always a pleasure to join women on that journey, because they're always giving me the honor of witnessing their unique feminine essence express in their own unique way. And every experience is just unique to them. How they experience the tools and the techniques that I share with them, it's unique for every woman. Every woman has her own way of experiencing these tools and her own way of expressing her own feminine essence. And so it's always a beautiful journey that I would love to join you on, and empower you with all the tools and techniques that allow for a journey of healing, a journey of transformation and growth in a very effective way. Thank you to everyone who watched this live, and to everyone who's going to watch the recorded version of this live. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. And again, don't forget, you can book your free session through the link that I'm going to share in the caption. Thank you, and I will see you soon in the next live. Thank you.